Well, at a young, early age, I got involved in nonprofits. I started my first nonprofit when I was 19 years old and started getting involved when I was 14. And I just believe it was a due diligence of, giving back to your community, making a difference. And while I was able to achieve a lot working with nonprofits, I felt like I wanted to do more to make a more lasting change in our community. And, that time being a young millennial, running for the first time for Freeholder, youngest ever elected in the County of Union, I wanted to be an inspiration to others and showing that no matter what age you are, no matter how young you are, you can make a difference. You can be the voice that you want to see on the political level. I honestly do believe NLC taught me everything I need to know to become a progressive. I was always a Democrat, but having the mentality of NLC, having and being progressive and being involved and, not worrying what other people think, but just doing what you believe is right for others has definitely led me to creating the county's first ever office in the state of New Jersey for LGBTQ services, state's first ever office for people with special needs, because I knew that their voices weren't being heard. And we need to make sure we stood up and created an office, not just an office just for namesake, but actually be able to advocate, to actually be able to make a difference, to actually be able to be the voice and be able to interact with those individuals, because I believe everything comes from a grassroots level, and I've been trying to live my life that way. I believe they're outgoing. I believe they don't mind saying what's on their mind. They know when they set a goal for themselves, they're not going to stop until they reach it. They're going to continue to move forward. They're going to continue to make sure that they're not only speaking for their generation, but for future generations coming up. And I think that's what sets millennials, sets our generation apart, is that we're not only looking at right now how anything affects us, but how everything affects us in future generations also. So the top issues for me affecting young individuals today are wages, our immigration, our education reform. We have some of the highest rates when it comes to individuals going to college and trying to further their education. And we really need to start looking at that and making sure that we're making sure that if you live in our country, the greatest country in the world, but you also have the opportunities to be able to go to college at affordable rates, and making sure we have that going forward. Immigration is something that I believe millennials are getting more involved with than anyone else, because we do believe that we are our neighbor's keeper also, in making sure that no matter what background you come from, no matter what ethnicity you are, we know that we're interlocked with one another, and we want to really be there for one another. Well, I think NLC gives you the tools to be a progressive. I really wouldn't be where I am today without going through NLC training, without having the mentors of NLC advisory board members, or having the speakers coming through and telling you that let your voice be heard. Use these tools that we teach you today in your everyday life. And I truly have encompassed those tools that NLC taught me to making sure that I'm not letting anybody bring me down, but making sure I move forward. Freedom is that stepping out your door and knowing that what you want to say, what you want to do, there's nobody trying to stop you. That freedom is encompassing that when you want to go speak your mind, or you want to go for whatever mission statement you want to go for, that there aren't people trying to just bring you down based off your sex, based off your gender, based off your religion. That we know that we're all one people, and making sure that we have the opportunities, equal opportunities, to make sure we're able to do so. Let's build inclusiveness. Let's make sure that everyone has the equal opportunities. Let's make sure that no matter, like we said before, your religion, sex, creed, if you're part of the LGBT community, or if you're an ally, or if you're an individual who believes in a certain type of religion, that we know that we're building towards a future that it's inclusive of all. Making sure that we're all going to be in the forefront together, that we're all going to believe in one another, that we're all going to make sure that we continue to grow together. Because I truly do believe that when one of us moves forward, we need to make sure we clear a path for others to move forward with us.